It's Monday the 16th of June. Welcome to the second Nick Luck Daily live podcast of the day. You're joining us from Kensington Gardens, the just sublime and stunning setting for the GOFFS London Sale. I can barely believe it, but this is the 11th edition of this event. It's not only an auction of some serious horses and serious Royal Ascot prospects, but it is the garden party to end all garden parties. With the great and the good of horse racing, you can see Gai Joorabchian over my right shoulder, Nick Bell, Alex Elliott's here as well. Just behind me, you can see John Stewart, major international investor in global horse racing, and in front of him, of course, Sheikh Farhad, who's enjoyed great success in this sales ring, if I can call it that, in the past as a buyer and a seller indeed. He purchased Capella San Severo as the top lot in the first ever GOFFS London Sale. Now, this is a bit of a special lot. Lot number 10, Ghostwriter. You'll know the horse very well, owned by Jeff Smith, and has been campaigning in Group 1 company pretty much throughout his career. Excellent run in the Eclipse last year, better run in the Irish Champion Stakes, and then of course this season has had another pretty good time in things. Good run in Dubai, a little bit disappointing last time, but apparently his x-rays are very good. A lot of international potential buyers here. What's he going to make? Colt by Invincible Spirit, been with Clive Cox at this point. We'll see how he does. Okay, 1,300,000 at the moment. Here's Bradley Weissboard standing with John Stewart. And bidding over on the left as well. Bidding up to $1.5 million. Auctioneer is Henry Beebe, Group Chief Executive of GOFFS. Fresh bidder at $1.6 million. International Group 1 performer, Group 2 winner at 2 as well. And of course, the last time Jeff Smith sold a very high-profile horse at public auction, it was alcohol-free, who made $5 million to go down under to join Gai Waterhouse. I've seen Gai here, wonder if she's involved.
Anybody else around the ring now? $1.8 million now. At $1.8 million, anybody else now? $1.8 million now. At $1.8 million, you're out, Mary. At $1.8 million on bid, you're out, Ty. At $1.8 million, anybody now? $1.8 million now. At $1.8 million, anybody now? $1.8 million.
All right, $1 million and a fresh bidder, I think, here. We're up to $2 million.
$2 million on the phone now. $2 million now. $2 million, anybody now? $2 million, $2 million go. $2 million, anybody now?
Just over my right shoulder here, Gai Joorabchian looks as though we might be having a crack. He's on the phone. He's standing with his bloodstock advisors. If you just look behind me.
$2 million now. $2 million, now. $2 million go. $2 million, anybody right. $2 million, you're all out right-handed. $2 million, anybody else now. $2 million now. $2 million goes.
Right between Gai and John Stewart. Cameras all over the shop. £2 million is the bid.
Goes this time, make no mistake. And £2 million.
£2 million then for Ghostwriter.
£2 million a bid. $2 million, anybody now. $2 million now.
Henry Beebe scouring the huge crowd here for another bidder. But I think this is where we're going to land up.
£2 million, then get ready. And £2 million.
I think this is where we might land up.
£2 million.
Hammers come up.
£2 million, get ready. And £2 million fair warning. Am I going this time? All done. At £2 million, all done. Of it is in. At £2 million and sold. £2 million. Amo Racing, thank you.
Amo Racing it is. Gai Joorabchian has bought Ghostwriter. We had a chat beforehand. See if I can grab him now. Now, come on, Gai. You've signed the ticket. Here you are with Alex Elliott. Right on cue. We were chatting beforehand. John Stewart, the underbidder, offering his congratulations.
You wanted that one bad? No, really, I only made one bid. One bid. Well, you were successful. That's all that matters. Congratulations. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
All right. There we are. Another one added to the army. And you've signed for a horse. You've signed for a horse, a real talent here, Gai. Did you come thinking he was the one you had to have?
Well, I mean, to be honest, my son picked it out a little while ago.
Are you serious?
And he's like, we've got to buy this. He's third favorite for the Hardwick. And, I think he's got a chance to go up to Group 1 level, so we'll see.
Is your son here? It's Max, your son, isn't it?
Yeah. No. I haven't got my son. I've got my adopted son here, Alex Elliott.
That's putting even more pressure on him. That's brutal.
Anyway, he doesn't have any pressure. He didn't want to buy it.
Did he not? So it's all on you.
So we're okay. This one is on me.
Okay.
This one's on me.
All right. And he'll stay with Clive Cox?
We'll see. I don't know Clive Cox, but I'm sure I'll meet him and we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm not buying horses to stay. I'm hopefully buying them to go into, our own yard. But this one, I don't know yet because he's done a good job with him. So we'll have a chat. Alex knows him a little bit better. I'll get to meet him and we'll see if we can what we do after that.
Okay. Quite exciting. Do you enjoy this sale?
I have been very unsuccessful in this sale. I've been extremely unsuccessful in this sale in the past years. But yeah, I mean, listen, it's a nice sale and, it's a beautiful atmosphere to buy a horse in. So this is something that, is proven, and we think he can have a huge future. Fingers crossed we're right and we'll go forward and see how it happens,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Amongst the others this week that are running at Royal Ascot, who are you most hopeful for?
We had a very unfortunate setback today again with Bucanero. Second time that's happened. Last year when he came here, he got colic, had to go to hospital and he missed a year. This year he came over on great form and unfortunately he's not well. He went to hospital, not as bad as last year. So that's taken a little bit of a damper out. We obviously bought Power Blue. We owned a part of him and we bought the rest of him. So hopefully he'll run well. I'm not thinking more than Tuesday, to be honest, because if I start thinking about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it'll drive everybody mad.
Very sensible, very sensible. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers, Keir.
Cheers.
Has bought Ghostwriter. Alex Elliott, then he's told us that you must have a chat because it wasn't your advice.
Listen, Nick, he's a top. He's just about a top horse. So if you want to buy the best horse in the sale, then he on ratings and everything is. He's a horse that was obviously a very good 2-year-old, and there's a lot of stallion farms were looking at him to buy as a stallion prospect. At 3, he hit the crossbar, and at 4, he's come back and he had a good start in Dubai. And if you want to compete in the big races, which is what Keir would like to do, then he was an obvious one to buy, and Keir just bought him.
Excellent stuff, Alex. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Just behind him is the American trainer, George Papadrodromou. All the international stars here today. Grab a quick word. George, you enjoying yourself at the sale?
Yes, sir.
And are you playing?
I'm here with Keir.
Okay.
He's playing.
So my Ghostwriter might end up with you at some point.
Hopefully, we never know.
And tell me a little bit about your involvement with Royal Ascot, how much you enjoy it here.
First time, what can I say?
First time here?
First time in Royal Ascot, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Lots to look forward to.
Yep.
All right, Tom and George.
Thank you.
That's George Papadrodromou, who's enjoyed Grade 1 success in the United States. And I'm going to have a quick word, if I can, with David Bowe. David, can I grab a quick word? I was saying another stunning result for a Jeff Smith horse in public auction. They don't come along very often, but when you sell them, you know what you're doing.
Well, in all fairness, we brought him here because Goff's rung and asked to have him here. He's not a homebred, so that made the decisions much easier. He was a bought horse. He's performed admirably for us. We still think there's lots left in the tank, but maybe it may be globe-trotting, and we're not kind of into that at this moment in time. The decision was made easier because he's not a homebred, but it was a great theatre, great spectacle. We had an idea of what he might make. We were hoping he would, and he did. So, it was an easy decision at the end of the day.
I mean, we can see his form. What else sells him to whichever market?
Well, I think his vetting was extraordinary. We were surprised at how well he vetted out. And, I mean, he's a good-looking individual. I don't think he's reached his full potential. We need to mess about with him a little bit more, but there are other climbs that would suit him. He needs top of the ground. He may get that down below. Australia holds huge amount of appeal for him. I mean, he could run in anything. I just think there's lots left in him, but maybe not for us. It's just one of those things.
But you've had a lovely time with him.
Oh, we've had a great time. He's brought us everywhere. I mean, crying out loud, to finish behind City of Troy on 2 occasions, to run in the Juddmonte being the best race of last year. And he also ran on ground that didn't suit him, and he still performed admirably. For us, he's been a really proper horse to have, and we loved having him. But there's always a time to get out. And we didn't make a conscious decision to get out. It just fell in our lap, and he's made a proper price. So,
what are we looking at the moment? Cortez Bay, lot 14, £300,000 at the moment by New Bay. We'll just ease our way here. Just see trainer Ollie Sangster is over my right shoulder. See if I might be able to get a word with him. See if I can grab a quick word. Yeah. Big week for you, of course, with your 2-star fillies out again, Flight and Simmering. How are they doing?
Yeah, good, very good. Everything's been smooth since Ireland, so we're looking forward to it. Yep.
Fantastic. And of course, Ireland didn't quite go their way. Newmarket was brilliant. What is it about this week's race that makes you think we can go back to Newmarket?
Look, we're just hopeful of a stronger pace this week. Ground and everything should suit. I think the track will suit. Look, it's hard to be confident, but we're just hopeful they can return to their form they showed in Newmarket.
Fantastic. Well done. Good luck.
Thanks, Nick.
Cheers, Ollie. Ollie Sangster has got Flight and Simmering in the Coronation Stakes. We've got Bradley Weissboard over my left shoulder. Let's have a quick word if we can. Bradley, how are you enjoying the sale?
Love it.
All right, how have you done so far?
0 for 1.
You had a go at Ghostwriter, came up short.
Yeah, Ghostwriter is a great horse for this sort of sale. Fits 3 different markets: Europe, America, Australia. Amo bought the horse. They've been strong all year. And look, John's a strong player this year.
Is John going to have another go, do you think, in this sale?
Never know with him.
Okay, we've got a horse in behind us here, Rafale Design, who just won yesterday. Are you involved?
Not having a go here.
You're not having a go here?
No.
It's just going to go. I mean, are you in any way surprised by what they make at a sale like this?
No, it's a great idea. And actually, the Breeders' Cup tried it this year, Keeneland, and we thought it was a great first event. It was a great idea by Keeneland. Anytime you put a horse sale right before a big race meet, I think it's a brilliant idea.
And so was that inspired by this?
It had to be. And you put a great cocktail party right in front of a horse sale. People are jazzed up. You have great weather. It has to be a hit.
You never get too jazzed up. You're always calm, right?
No, come on. Hey, Nick, I'm never calm. You're never calm.
It's good to see you, Bradley.
Great to see you.
All right, Bradley Weissboard, who's been a key figure in the global bloodstock industry for some time. Carl and Elaine Burke are right here at the GOFFS London Sale. Super soldier. Carl came through the ring, been sold but stays in the yard. I guess that's the 100% best outcome.
Yeah, we had some owners from Scandinavia that have horses with us anyway. There were, unfortunately, Thunder Run. They own Thunder Run, who won at York last time. He got balloted out tomorrow. They were desperate for their first runner at Ascot. So I recommended this horse to them. And we owned half of him going into the sale. We own a leg of him now.
You're getting there.
Plus £5,000 because I made him bid the last £5,000. So I'll take that as well.
All right. You're getting there then with this horse?
Yeah. Look, he's a lovely horse. I couldn't promise him he'd be a Group 1 horse, but he's a proper listed Group 3 horse, and hopefully he'll run very well tomorrow. But he's stepping up in trip will help him. The ground drying out won't, and it's a very competitive race. I mean, it's a hot Coventry, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. You and I spoke, 8 days ago now. Has anything changed between now and then in terms of the horses stepping forward and the ones you're really keen on?
Everything's gone pretty smoothly, and had a few hiccups the last couple of days with a couple of ones, not major, but hopefully they're okay. But the main ones are in good shape. Night Raider looks fantastic for tomorrow. Got a name now. Zelena in the Queen Mary, she's in great shape. Love Olivia's in great shape as well in the Queen Mary, and Venetian Sun is. I think she could be a special filly. I'm probably talking too much about her, but I really like her in the Albany.
Okay, so she's maybe the one that's made more of an impression latterly.
Not latterly. We've always loved her. She only won a Carlisle maiden and workmanlike fashion, but she's improved so much. Such a laid-back filly by Starman, who I think is going to be a superstar stallion, and she's just got a great attitude, and I really rate her.
All right, well done tonight, Carl.
Thank you.
All right, that's Carl Burke, who's got so many big chances at Royal Ascot, but one good bit of business has been done tonight. There are 3 lots to go. Bonus time is next lot, 28, daughter of Too Darn Hot, who won very easily at the Curragh on her recent start. So let's see what happens here. Mo Croy has just been bought for $160,000 by the Waterhouse bot racing team. Gai Waterhouse has had great success in this sale, and the whole team are up behind me here. Gai and Johnny McCow, who does an awful lot of work for her. I'm going to have a quick... Can I grab another quick word? I'm sorry, you're seeing far too much of me at the moment.
Well, we've been busy.
You have been busy.
We couldn't quite get what we wanted to with Raphael. So I had 1 or 2 briefs to buy, which the last horse we did, and the others we spec'd them for our owners to race. It's hard to get these tried horses, Nick.
But you've ended up with 3, Gai, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
A lucky 3.
What sort of types of horses were they?
Athletic, lightly raced, improve when they go up in distance. That's what Rob likes.
Yeah, Rob's here. You managed 3, Rob. What did you like about them?
Look, he's very lightly raced, improving, and ran a really good time. I thought he's a horse that could go somewhere.
And Gai was saying things may be up in distance for these sort of horses?
Well, a horse will always get an extra 50% in Australia, just the way the standard stayings are. Our stayers are very weak, yours are very strong.
And is this sale being a little stronger than you expected? Gai was saying you were you wanted a couple, couldn't quite get it.
The sale has been strong, and it must be said the catalogue is stronger. There are a lot more horses in the catalogue I liked. The catalogue was stronger, but I think the prices are always better.
Is that fair for a good week?
Yeah, it's totally forward to the week.
Well, I think you've backed a winner or 2 already.
Yeah, I think so.
Hope so. Yeah. Rob, thanks so much.
Good on you.
Rob Waterhouse, Gai Waterhouse, there, Johnny McKeever, who works very closely with them. They've signed for 3, not for huge money, but all of them with quite significant potential to go up in trip. Over my left shoulder here, more key players in the bloodstock business. Jamie McCow. Jamie, come and have a chat with me.
Hello, how are you?
Jamie McCow, who managed interest from Mark Chan, amongst others, George Von Opel of Westerberg. How are you finding the sale?
It's very, very strong. I mean, it's amazing that GOFFS put this on. I mean, to have this sale the night before Ascot is great for the industry. It gets everyone together, and I think GOFFS really deserve a great plaudit because it's very important to make the whole thing a social, and it's a great kick-off to the week. And, you know, as a bloodstock agent and an investor in this business, you know, I have to take my hat off to them.
You've had a bit of a blow on a personal level, or you and Mark, your owner, with Sardinian Warrior not making it.
Yeah, well, the horse spiked a temperature this morning, and you know it's very disappointing. Mark flew all the way over here, but you know he's an amazing man. It's great to work for somebody that takes the punches like he does, because I don't think I'd be very happy if I'd flown all the way over here to Hong Kong and find out my horse wasn't running, having arrived here 4 hours before. But yeah, he's an amazing person.
Am I right? He's still got one later in the week?
Yeah, we've got Seraph Gabriel, who's also my Saxon Warrior, running on Saturday. So hopefully that'll bail me out of the poo.
I don't think you need too much bailing out at the moment, do you? It's been quite a good start to the year.
Yeah, it's been okay. So we've been hitting the woodwork without getting too many goals, but it's okay.
All right. And what about Green Impact?
Green Impact goes in the Irish Derby, and we're very excited about him.
Okay. And do you feel he's coming now?
Yes, I mean we've got to take on the winner of the the English Derby. You know, whether he stays a mile and a half will be the big question. He's definitely good enough to win the race, but it's exciting to be there, and you know I'm very happy that the Irish Derby is a mile and a half race.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, don't start that again. I can't open that debate today.
Yeah, we'll leave that to Patrick Cooper.
All right, top man. Well done.
Thanks, Nick.
An event like the GOFFS London Sale wouldn't exist without its partners. One of those partners is Private 3 Money, and I'm here with Reda Bajawi, who's the founder. Reda, what's attracted you to an event like this?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
Not at all.
To the discussion. Well, very aligned with GOFFS and its values. For us, it's quite a natural association to be sponsoring this event. It's our 4th year. GOFFS is about tradition. It's also about heritage, lineage, and P3, even though we are a digital financial institution, is about the same ethos, the same ideas, but powered by technology. So it was a bit of an alignment. My wife is Irish, GOFFS is Irish, we have a house in Kildare, GOFFS is in Kildare. The connection came through common friends, and we felt it very natural to work with them.
And since you started supporting this, has your interest in horse racing increased?
Well, the interest, yes. Now, I'm not a gambler by nature, and this is a highly, highly unpredictable sport. So I mostly stay on the sideline, follow what is going on. We have clients that actually are horse owners, some that are venturing right now in buying horses. So we do it from the sideline. I'm very happy to power the sale when I can and push some clients to Goffs, because I think they're the best house to sell those thoroughbreds. But no, I'm not yet into that basket.
And in terms of events to be a part of, how would you compare this to some of the others that you're involved with? It's pretty unusual.
For us, it's really to empower our clients, our partners, reward them for something that is quite unique in central London. Sale of race horses the day before Ascot, so that's our pleasure. We do things in different parts of the world. It's 20 minutes from our office, so for us it made a lot of sense.
Perfect. It's lovely to see you, Reda. Thanks so much for your support.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Well, this is a week which very much showcases racing in its best light. But that's not always the case. A man who has done more to sell the sport, showcase the sport, see it in a different light than anybody else is Ian Sambore, the showrunner of the Netflix acclaimed Race for the Crown. Am I allowed to say Netflix acclaimed Race for the Crown now?
Yes, I believe so. And it sounds so much better coming from you, especially with that accent.
And of course, I do have a vested interest somewhat, but can we gauge how successful it's been?
You know, I think it did really, really well compared to, especially certainly by all horse racing content standards, you know, outside of the Kentucky Derby. The fact that it was top 10 U.S. for over a week or however many days it was, that's really significant. So I think there's a lot to be excited about. I think we showed that we can basically build characters and turn characters into stars, and just proved to everybody that the racing industry has the right characters to tell great stories at the highest level. So, I mean, I couldn't be more in love with this. I'm in London here at Royal Ascot. Have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I love it, and I'm thrilled to be with you.
Do you feel inspired by an event like this? And we haven't even started the racing yet.
Oh yeah, this doesn't get any better than this. This is insane. This is better than, you know, anything I witnessed, or as good as anything I witnessed in the U.S. So this is like the real deal. This is like what I pictured and beyond.
Horse racing provides a great stage, but you need the support of people to get behind a project like yours. Are you going to get it again?
Really hope so. You know, we're pushing hard. Netflix is in a place where they demand really, really high numbers. And so one way or another, I'm certainly all in and convinced that we're going to find a way.
Okay, and does that require stakeholder support from across the industry as well?
I don't think we know exactly yet. I think it's still early. Netflix gives it kind of different phases that they're monitoring. It's a situation where we'll evaluate kind of the best way to, you know, we're not going to compromise on the quality. We wanted to do it at that level, and we'll never compromise on that. So I think we'll just all kind of look ahead and start planning strategically, kind of step by step, to make sure that we have what we need to make another great season.
I hope you do, Ian. Thanks so much. Great to see you here.
Well, thank you. It's better because you're in it.
I told you it was different. You never quite knew what I was going to get, but that piece of footage of John Stewart and Joorabchian after the sale of Ghostwriter was pretty extraordinary. Henry Beebe's the Goffs Group Chief Executive, rounding off the show with me. Well, thanks for having us, Henry. It was worth coming just for that.
Well, it was wonderful. When you get people like Keir and John Stewart getting involved, you kind of almost know you've arrived. They're two of the biggest buyers in the world at the moment. They bring their own energy and their own excitement to a sale. So we were delighted to welcome them. They're wonderful people, and we wish them every success.
Okay, so when you're selling that horse, have you got a fair idea of where you're going with him? Because this sale has been nothing if not slightly unpredictable over the years.
It's always unpredictable, this sale, as we saw particularly last year. We thought Ghostwriter was a potential sale topper. We thought he was a 7-figure horse anyway, and I hope that the likes of Keir and John would have a go. I thought others would as well, as they did. I think there was a lot of Australian interest earlier on, up to maybe $1 million, $1.5 million. So yeah, I mean, you look at those, see those familiar faces and think, yeah, we're in the right direction here.
You might always have one star lot. Amongst the others, what's pleased you the most?
Well, I think what's pleased me the most about the whole sale is, you know, last year we had a top price of $5 million, which is extraordinary, so it's sort of slightly skewed the figures. So we've looked at the median price. Last year it was £200,000, a lot of money. This year is £300,000, so 50% up. That tells us a solid sale. 68% clearance rate at a sale like this is a very good number. We've sold over £7 million worth of horses. We've had a very good evening and we're delighted.
And you've also got horses who will be running at Royal Ascot this week to fly the flag.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be at Royal Ascot the next few days, and what gives me the most excitement is watching a GOFFS graduate, as we call them, one we've sold through any of our sales. When they run and they win, that gives me as much excitement as anybody. I mean, it's thrilling. I can't wait for it. And to see some that we sold tonight running will be just magnificent. I can't wait.
All right, Henry, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Henry Beebe is the GOFFS Group Chief Executive. He was sharing the rostrum this evening with Nick Nugent. They put many lots under the hammer, and as you heard, 68% of those will be heading to Pastures New. I'm not sure I want to head to Pastures New. This place looks all right. We'll see you at Ascot tomorrow.